As a student, I have experienced so many circumstances in studying different fields, so much hardships that lowers my self-efficacy. Is it really because of the characteristics I am, or because of some factor that leads me to? Good day to all of us. To formally start my study, let me introduce myself first. I am Kathleen Quijada Nigan from Sagayan National High School, Division of Davao del Norte, Region 11. And I am here to defend my study entitled as Examining the Relationship Between Traits and Behavior of Mathematics Teachers and Self-Efficacy Among Students in Sagayan National High School. In Ethiopia, high school students' mathematics self-efficacy and associated factor studies are scarce. A present study examined the students' mathematics self-efficacy associated predictors among high school students in Addis Ababa. It was found out that 44.2 students have low mathematics self-efficacy. Moreover, 60% of the high school students in Jakarta had exhibited low academic self-efficacy in academic field. Meanwhile, in Saudi Arabia, students' perception of the self-efficacy is usually raised through comments that focus on how much progress they made, not on how many tasks they accomplished successfully. Additionally, the study results that not all Saudi students have inherited the capacity view of their abilities. In the Philippines, Mathematics in the Modern World course in higher education institutions by developing mathematics problem solving efficacy scales or MPES using exploratory factor analysis or EFA, the study revealed that self-efficacy directly influences mathematics performance and student self-efficacy. Furthermore, in Asuncion, particularly in Sagayan National High School, researchers have found out that 10 out of 12 of the participants have agreed that there is really a significant relationship between the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and their self-efficacy as a student, and is being affected by the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers who are in the independent variable of this study. Self-efficacy is an essential factor in the learning processes of a student. It is a belief in their skills to complete specific tasks or achieve goals. Furthermore, the higher the self-efficacy, the higher the mathematical ability. And in contrast, the lower the self-efficacy, the lower the mathematical ability. And according to some studies, teachers' wrong behaviors, such as not ensuring the students' participation, not being able to attract the attention of the students, inappropriate selection of activities for the level of the students, being unable to concretize the abstract concepts, unable to evaluate the level of students' achievements, and inability of classroom management would lead to students' inability to believe in themselves. And because of these problems, I have come up to an idea to study what factors causes such problems. Is the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers could be one of the contributor for identifying the self-efficacy of a student? And that is why now I am presenting you my study entitled as Examining the Relationship Between the Traits and Behavior of Mathematics Teachers and Self-Efficacy Among Students in Sagayan National High School. And in this study, we have four research objectives. First is to describe the level of traits and behavior of mathematics teachers in terms of personality traits my math teacher has, teaching skills my teacher has, and instructional materials my teacher has. And for our second objective is to describe the level of self-efficacy among students in terms of belief in personal ability and belief that ability grows with effort. So our third objectives or research objectives is to determine the significant relationship between traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and self-efficacy among students. And lastly, to determine which domain of traits and behavior of mathematics teachers significantly affects the self-efficacy of students in Sagayan National High School. So for our hypothesis, first is There is no significant relationship between the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and self-efficacy among students in Sagayan National High School, and that, and the second is, there is no domain of traits and behavior of mathematics teachers that significantly affects the self-efficacy of the students in Sagayan National High School. So for our theory is we have here a social cognitive theory by Albert Bandura in 1977. So this study was anchored in Albert Bandura's social cognitive theory or SCT, in which he proposed that behaviors are determined by the interaction of outcome expectations to the extent which people believes that their behavior will lead to certain outcomes, and efficacy expectations to the extent to which they believe that they can bring about a particular outcome. And essential principle of social cognitive theory by Albert Bandura is the concept of self-efficacy, or the individual's belief in their capability to perform a behavior. Furthermore, trait activation theory by or TAT, proposed by Ted and Burnett in 2003, is a psychological framework that suggests that individuals' traits or personality characteristics are expressed and activated in response to specific situational cues. Meanwhile, Bandura's self-efficacy theory, or SET, which is a subset of the SET in 1986, which claims that individuals believe in his or her ability to achieve goals. Accordingly, through self-reflection, people make sense of their experiences and alter their thinking and behavior. Our conceptual paradigm, as you can see in here, we have the independent variable, which is traits and behavior of mathematics teachers. We have three indicators. First is personality traits my math teacher has. Second is teaching skills my math teacher has or my teacher has. And instructional materials my teacher has. On the other hand, for the dependent variable, which is a self-efficacy, we have here two indicators. First is belief in personal ability and belief that ability grows with effort. So now we are in the methodology part. So this study is a quantitative research employing non-experimental design with a descriptive correlational technique. So why did I use this design is because this design is suitable for this study as it explores and analyzes with the relationship between the two variables. The chosen method aims to describe any existing correlation and determine the direction and magnitude of such a relationship if present. So our participants is the students from Sagayan National High School or students in Sagayan National High School. And for the research local, we have here in Asuncion, Davao del Norte. For the population and sample, in this investigation, the respondents will be the students in Sagayan National High School. All respondents were taken from the absolute populace of 1,527 students. And in deciding the sample size, Sloven's formula was utilized. The complete sample size was 317 students, so that was the total participants be uh to be interviewed in the study or to be surveyed in the study. And accordingly, the sample size in grade 7 department will be 41 students, grade 8 department will be 58 students, grade 9 department will be 53 students, grade 10 department there will be 59 students, grade 11 department will be 50 students, and grade 12 department with 56 students. So we are now here in the statistical tools. So the responses to the items in the questionnaire will be tallied and recorded correspondingly, and the results will be analyzed and interpreted in the light of the purpose of the study using the appropriate statistical treatment as follows. First is for the mean. So this will be used to measure the level of the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and the level of self-efficacy. Thus, this will be utilized for the objectives 1 and 2. So next is the Pearson R. So this will be used to determine the significant relationship between traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and self-efficacy. Hence, this will answer the question number 3 or the objective number 3. And for the regression analysis, this will be used to determine which domain of traits and behavior significantly affects the self-efficacy among students. So moving on, we are now here in the table 1 for the levels of traits and behavior of mathematics teachers. So as you can see in the table here, we have the items, mean, and description levels. So all of our indicators um, of our independent variable is seen in table 1. So in table 1, it is noted that in the table had a grand mean of 3.87 and a descriptive equivalent of high. This indicates that there is a high level of evident traits and behavior of mathematics teachers, and this implies that most students have a satisfactory degree of belief about the traits and behavior of their mathematics teachers. Moving on in table 2 for the levels of self-efficacy, as you can see on the table, the overall average is, or the overall, or the grand mean is 3.82, which is interpreted as high according to the descriptive equivalent. This suggests that there is a significant understanding and awareness of self-efficacy among individuals being studied. Self-efficacy assessed in this study demonstrates a high level of awareness and understanding among the students. So in the table 3 for the results are determining the significant relationship between my independent and dependent variables. So in the table presented, the results of this relationship between levels of traits and behavior of mathematics teachers or TBMT and the initial there and self-efficacy among students. As reflected, the overall R value of TBMT is 0.73 with a p-value of 0.0, and the correlation is strong correlation. And this implies the rejection of the null hypothesis. And this means that there is a significant relationship between the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and self-efficacy among students. The coefficient of determin determination of R squared for TBMT, which is 53%, means that 53% of the variation in student self-efficacy could be attributed to the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers, and the rest of the 37% is chance variation, which means that student self-efficacy could be attributed to other factors. So for the table 4, in determining the domain, which domain significantly affects the dependent variable, or yeah, the dependent variable, we have here the indicators of our independent variables. So the study results in table 4, all of the indicator holds the same p-values equal to 0, which indicates that a student with high level of self-efficacy, particularly within the domain of traits and behavior of mathematics teachers, significantly influences their ability to possess a higher self-efficacy. This data shows that mathematics teachers who have a positive traits and behavior are prone to giving their students a higher self-efficacy on the subject matter. So moving on for the summary of findings. First is the level of traits and behavior among mathematics teachers in Sagayan National High School has an overall mean of 3.87 with a descriptive equivalent of high. And for second finding is The level of self-efficacy among students in Sagayan National High School has an overall mean of 3.82 with a descriptive equivalent of high again. And the third finding is there is a statistically significant relationship between traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and self-efficacy of students, as indicated by a probability value of 0.00 and significance level of 0.05, leading to the rejection of our null hypothesis. And the last is, in statistical terms, there is a significant evidence to reject the idea that student self-efficacy is not impacted by the traits and behavior of mathematics teachers, as calculated as the calculated probability value of zero point 0 lower than the commonly accepted level of significance, which is a 0.05. For the conclusion, first is the level of traits and behavior of mathematics teachers is highly evident, and the level of student self-efficacy is highly evident also. And there is a significant relationship between traits and behavior of mathematics teachers and self-efficacy of the students. Traits and behavior of mathematics teachers is significant in predicting the self-efficacy. As for my recommendation, based on the findings and conclusions, um, I have offered my recommendations in here. First is, it is recommended to the Department of Education or DepEd to expand more their professional development of teachers anchored on the DepEd Order number 42 series of 2017, which outlines the framework for teachers' professional growth targeting for improvement of their skills and competencies. Improving this through the inclusion of standards tailored to enhancing key traits in mathematics teacher to improve their ability and integrating new teaching methods that aims on improving their students' self-efficacy. The second recommendation is the researchers suggest that the education sector and the government also should implement a program like Growth Mindset Program or GMP that aims to enhance more the students' self-efficacy through emphasizing mastery experiences and providing opportunities for students to experience success in mathematics. The third one is the researchers suggest to the Department of Education or DepEd again to enhance its DepEd Order number 7 series of 2015 an enhancement of teaching qualifications that highlights the personality traits of mathematics teachers, incorporating psychological and emotional training in professional development initiatives that fosters a deeper connection between teachers and students, thereby improving students' outcomes in mathematics. So the fourth recommendation is students' belief in their personal abilities seems to be lower than other indicators. The researchers suggest that schools should implement a program that aims to enhance the students' personal ability through offering enrichment programs that focuses on building students' personal abilities such as time management skills, goal setting, and stress management. And by these programs, students will be empowered and able to take ownership of their learning and mathematical challenges with much greater confidence. So the fifth one is instructional materials of mathematics teachers had shown to be lower result than other indicators. Therefore, the researchers tries to connect and suggest to the Department of Education or DepEd again to strengthen its DepEd Order number 21 series of 2019 in which teachers should be provided with access to a wide variety of instructional materials that cater to diverse learning styles. And this includes digital tools, interactive software, real life application examples, and like collaborative learning platforms. So for the sixth recommendation, the researchers recommends that the teachers must continue to maintain and enhance their evidence-based teaching strategies, which results to the positive influence on students' learning improvement. So the seventh one is through analyzing the results of this study, it is recommended that programs like pinpointing teacher-student relationships must be considered as these help foster an engaging and supportive environment for students' self-efficacy and belief in their abilities when it comes to whatever subject field they want to pursue. The researchers also suggest this recommends or suggests this title for the future researchers who want to delve more about the problem of student self-efficacy. So first is breaking the barrier, the effects of limited instructional materials on the quality of students' learning development. The second is achievement crisis, understanding how self-belief deficiency shapes the academic performance of a student. And the last one is examining the relationship between teachers' trend adaptation and students' learning outcomes, a quantitative analysis. So that would be all for this discussion. So thank you again for listening to my presentation and yeah, God bless us all.